Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jenny. I'm an esthetician. If you guys don't know me, I also run a skincare company called Bauer Beauty, and this is my beauty channel where we talk about skincare, makeup, cosmetics, and whatever else we want to talk about. So if that sounds interesting to you, subscribe. And also you can find the links to all of my other social media down in the description below, as well as the links to my products. If you guys are trying to buy my peptide serum, which few of you have reached out, it is out of stock on Amazon right now, but you can get it on my website still. Okay, so today we're talking about Fenty Skin. I received these products from Fenty Skin. This is their entire skincare line. For those of you who don't know, I'm assuming every single one of you knows that Fenty Skin is Rihanna's skincare line. This brand launched last year, and I originally thought I would definitely buy the skincare because I think she was revolutionary in her development of the different cosmetics and makeup products that she's had under Fenty Beauty. But once I saw the formulas, I was just not really impressed by any of them. I really didn't have a need for like a foaming cleanser, a random toner that's like witch hazily, and then a moisturizer and a fragrance sunscreen. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy it, but then I did get it in PR, so I was able to try all the products, and now I'm excited to tell you about my experience using these products. So I'm gonna give you guys like an overview of all the products that I used in my experience with them, and then I'll give you like an overview of like the brand and sum it up and whatnot. So Hydra Visor is the first product I used. It comes in this cool packaging and it's super fun to use because of that. You like twist it up, that's the mechanism, you twist it up. This also is refillable, so you refill, you just buy this component when you want a new one. You just buy this and you insert it into here. And yeah, it's just like really fun to use. Really, you need so many pumps of this. Like, you really need like, probably that's one pump. You probably need like 5 pumps to cover your face at least. You know, maybe like that much. And this fragrance smells kind of a little bit bougie. I don't know how to explain it, but when I was wearing it, I felt like I was going golfing or going skiing. I don't know how to explain it. It is technically like a Barbados cherry vanilla smell, but that's not what it smells like. It smells more fresh and sweet than that. So you can definitely smell it all day. James Welsh put it perfectly when he said this has to be part of your personal fragrance. Like if you are wearing this, it is like you just sprayed perfume. So if you don't like the fragrance, you are gonna smell it all day, and it's right on your face, so you can just smell it constantly. Because of the fact that I personally don't use fragrances, I don't really like fragrance, but I wouldn't mind it as much if it was a fragrance that dissipated after you put it on. Like the Glow Recipe products I've been using, you put them on and the fragrance like is gone immediately. It's just initially when you're putting it on, you smell the fragrance, but then it's gone. This is like a perfume. It's literally a perfume. I have different perfume body lotions that last all day. This is the same damn thing. So for me, it's too much. But the formula itself is pretty nice, and this is supposed to be transparent, so it can be good for all skin types. And because of that, it is a chemical filter. I think that it does actually leave a slight cast of some sort, which I can't exactly tell what that is, but when I wore this, my skin did look a little bit brighter. You know, you need quite a bit of it. You have to pump it so many times, which I don't really like, but it goes on, it makes your skin look really dewy and glossy and hydrated. But to me, it's not too oily at all. It does absorb pretty nicely. Some of the ingredients in the Hydra Visor, it's water with glycerin base, so that's what makes it like plumping and hydrating, is that glycerin. And it also has safflower oil. I think that's what it is, safflower oil. It has niacinamide at the top, which is also why it could contribute to the brightening factor. And it also has hyaluronic acid, sodium hyaluronate, watermelon seed extract, aloe, and that's pretty much it. It has dyes and fragrance all near the bottom. It's actually tingling on the back of my hand right now after rubbing it in. I'm telling you, it has like an uncomfortable amount of fragrance, or an uncomfortable potency of the fragrance. You know, like I don't know if percentage wise, if it's like just a higher percentage in terms of fragrance, or if it's like a dense fragrance. It's just, it smells good. I'm not gonna lie, it does smell good. I would use this if it was like a body lotion. I would love it. It smells really fresh and sweet and expensive, but on my face, I'm not a fan. But as you can see, it did absorb completely, and as just like a daily moisturizer SPF, it's really nice. You know, if you don't get irritated by fragrance, and if you like this fragrance, then this could be a good product for you. Of course, I don't recommend it if you're not used to using fragrance. I don't really recommend that as your like entry into the world of fragrance skincare because it is quite strong. Moving on, next product I tried was this Fenty Skin Fat Water, and I was 100% confident that I was going to like this the most. I love the density of this product. I love the viscosity of this product. You can see it's called Fat Water because it's thick. I got into non-active toners recently after I discovered the Good Molecules brightening toner, which you guys know I'm obsessed with. So if you're following me, you know I'm obsessed with the Good Molecules toner. And that's pretty much a non-active toner. It's niacinamide based, and this is also niacinamide based. So I was like, I'm gonna love this. It has like a thick humectant feel to the viscosity, but the main ingredients are water and then witch hazel, and so that's weird to me. Like, where's the thickness coming from? But then you look a little further, niacinamide is the fourth ingredient. Let's see if they use a thickener in here. I have no idea what's making the formula thick. I expected to see glycerin higher up on the pinky, or I expected to see like xanthan gum or some sort of thickener, but I have no idea what's making it so thick, but it is thick. It comes in a twist top, which, girl, if that's not ASMR, I don't know what is, because that sounds amazing. But it's a very thick, they say it's a serum toner combo, which is a really cool innovation. They should replace the witch hazel with like aloe or something, or glycerin, something more hydrating, because bitch, I thought, like I said, I thought this was gonna be my favorite. It's not my least favorite actually. It is my second least favorite. It is thick and you would imagine it to be hydrating, like I said, but it is not. It does immediately refine the texture. It shrinks up the pores, your texture looks great, but it's because it's zapped all of the oil out of your skin. For me, I used this once and I will never use it again. I hate that feeling of when your skin is so dry that it becomes oily. You know, this product, that's what it did to me. Fat Water, that's what the Fat Water did to me. The day I used it in the morning, and my skin looked very like refined. Like, it felt like I used an astringent. Like back in the day, I used to use, like, God bless me, those like C rays, is that what it's called? Those blue astringents, you know, that's what I felt like. My skin was that like zapped, and throughout the day it just was like greasy, and it was just gross and tight, and I just hated it, unfortunately. If you are like crazy oily, I think you would like this, because I did used to use witch hazel back in the day. I'm not one of those like estheticians that like thinks witch hazel is the devil. I don't. I think in the right formulation you can use it and it can be beneficial to your skin. For me personally, I would never ever use this again. I can't stress that enough. I think it's a combination of the expectation of the fact that it's so thick and dense, you think it's going to be humectant rich and like hydrating, and then it's not at all. It's like the exact opposite. It's something with that like conundrum of like the expectation of it being a certain way and then it being the opposite. Yeah, disliked, will never use again, don't recommend. Next product I used was this Instant Reset Overnight Recovery Gel Cream, which is their newest launch. I'll talk about more of the packaging later, but this packaging is really effing weird. It comes in this little cylinder. Is this what this is called, a cylinder? And you have to screw it off in order to get the product out, which would be fine, except for it has like two flaps. It has a flap here to keep that spatula, and the other side, like in theory, you would think this other side is supposed to open as well, and it looks like it's on the track to open. I'm assuming it doesn't open, and it's weird. Like, first of all, I always want to say ergonomic, because it's like the ergonomics is like the function of how things work in like the workplace, so I refer to it in skincare sometimes, but the ergonomics, I don't know if that's the right word for this, but like it's not efficient or pleasant or plausible for me to come in here, take this spatula out, and then open this. It's just ergonomically inefficient and unpleasant. It'd be better if you could open this flap and then open this flap. But either way, I don't use spatulas. I think that spatulas are kind of a waste of space and life. But if it's just me using this product, I don't have an issue with that at all, because this product is preserved. It has preservatives, And my hands are never clean. I mean, my hands are never dirty when I'm going to dig in this to put it on my face. My hands are clean as hell when I'm going in here to dig. So I don't need a spatula, okay? I can't talk enough about how much I hate spatulas. So this for me is like just a waste of space, a waste of time, but like I get why they did it. So let's talk about the formula. I don't like it because it feels like a little bit greasy and it's also really fragrant. So it's just, for me, it's not compatible whatsoever. But it's not, they do say it's a gel cream. It feels like a light lotion. It does kind of feel like a gel cream, but it definitely has a little bit more oil than a gel cream. The bonus of this though is it has water, glycerin. It also has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, sodium hyaluronate, panthenol, watermelon seed, cactus flower, jojoba seed, a bunch of stuff that I have no idea. I have no idea. But anyways, it also at the very bottom has fragrance and dyes and all that, as you guys know. This product it leaves my skin too greasy feeling, not moisturized enough. And I hate the fragrance, especially because this is the type of product that you put on before you go to bed. The last thing I want to do is sleep in a super fragrant product. I feel like that to me, even though I know this isn't true, I feel like that to me is just as bad as like wearing your makeup to bed, which is totally illogical for me to think that, but that's how I feel. I feel like if I'm sleeping in perfume, facial perfume is just kind of gross and kind of like irritates my spirit. As you guys know, I always say that. My deal with irritating my soul is like, it might be something where it is actually scientifically it's okay, but it might be also a self-fulfilling prophecy for me to smell that fragrance all day and to have a correlation that fragrance irritates my skin on occasion, and then be thinking all day like this is going to irritate me or this has the potential to irritate me. It actually has the potential to irritate you because you're stressing about it and you're thinking about it and worrying about it more so than the actual fragrance itself. But for me, that's just how it is. I don't appreciate fragrance. Next product, this is the product I was most shocked by and that I actually like the most. This is the Total Cleanser, and I have actually been putting off this video just because I didn't want to try this cleanser. I thought this was going to be based off trying the fat water and the gel cream, the overnight gel cream. I thought that this was going to be like a foaming, like super foaming, super drying, clear gel cleanser, and this is not. This is actually like a very creamy gel texture, and you can see the texture there. It is so creamy, and it doesn't even foam that much. It kind of looks like lotion, you see? I was totally shook by this cleanser, and the fragrance isn't so pronounced in here either. So using this was way more pleasant. This, I did not wear makeup yesterday. I just had SPF on. I didn't even have mascara on, and I used this as my cleanser, and it was the only cleanser I used, and I only cleansed once, and it got my skin completely effing clean. And it's not too foaming. It's just like mostly creamy, and then as you're rinsing it off, it does foam, but it's so thick that it didn't feel too drying, and my skin didn't feel too dried out afterwards at all. The ingredients in here, they seem to put, you know, they put the acerola cherry extract. Is that how you say it? They put that cherry extract in all their products. That's like the Barbados cherry, and that's supposed to be like their signature ingredient. This has glycerin in it, a bunch of ingredients I really can't pronounce and I don't want to Google, but it does have green tea extract, fig extract, coconut acid, and then it also has dyes and fragrance, obviously, preservatives. It has ginkgo biloba. You know, cleansers, ingredients in cleansers are not always the most exciting because, you know, you're just rinsing it off your face, but it is nice to see like a couple like fun ingredients in there, and texture to me is really important with cleansers, and this was really, really decent. And again, with the packaging, I love the packaging. However, I did not close this last night, so it sat open in my skincare cabinet all night, and I woke up to like a puddle of the Total Cleanser in my skincare cabinet. So you got to make sure to twist this shut, but I will be using this again. I do like this product. The rest of them I don't care for. My second favorite would be the Hydra Visor. Yeah, so now on to the overall thoughts of the packaging and the brand. So sustainability is a big topic nowadays, and Rihanna did see that and have the foresight to see that. So she decided to make a couple of her components refillable. And this theoretically will cut down on waste, pending that people are actually repurchasing the same product over and over and keep the shells of these components in their house for when they go buy a refill and refill it. Now, what percentage of her audience or her consumer is repurchasing it? You'd have to look at the sales of the refill components, you know, and obviously we don't have any of those figures, but we can speculate that the majority of her audience is probably not going to just continue to repurchase this one product over and over again. I do have products that are like my staples, like I cannot live without, you know, but in general, I guess partially because of my job, and then partially because I think a lot of skincare consumers, especially like skincare consumers in the social media industry, like we like trying new products and trying new things. So we're not just going to keep one product over and over again. So the question is this still sustainable? Even though, assuming most of her audience is not repurchasing it. The good thing is that they're all recyclable. It's all 100% plastic. This is called mono material. When you use one material, it makes it very easy to recycle, especially because when you take this out, there's no residue in here whatsoever, and it makes it very easy to recycle. These probably less so. It says you can recycle it, but sometimes if there's residue in there, I'm unclear it's going to go to waste or not still. The nice thing is when you do take out the refills, then the component itself is totally clean and will get 100% get recycled. So I think it's like, you know, there's probably partially a risk on their part. This packaging is still expensive to make because when you make custom packaging, you have to make a custom mold for it. So that gets expensive, and especially like with this fancy shit, you know, I mean, there are some mechanisms in here that are above basic, but it's still really basic, and I like that it's still all plastic and recyclable. So yeah, don't know what's next for Fenty Skin, but I really am appreciative of being sent it, and I'm so excited that I got to try it. And I think the brand is so exciting. I got really excited personally when the brand was launching, like I said. But anyways, those are my overall thoughts on Fenty Skin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.